Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome in our program Islam and Community Counseling, and today we are discussing about a very important aspect of life. Obviously, we have selected most important topic for today, respect for all. What is meant by respect in social sciences and what is respect in religion? Today, there would be a beautiful conversation about the topic respect for all. Quranic ethics or Quranic sociology is a science for the contemporary social sciences. Naturally, the scholars throughout the world, they are making serious researches how people behave with each other and what is the basis of relationship among spiritual people and other groups. There are so many norms, there are so many important aspects of relationship which cannot be ignored. One should realize that respect is a main phenomenon which creates entire community and presents an identification of community. So community-based operational norms would be specified by other communities, and these norms would create bridge among nations. In this regard, we have invited our two important guests for today's discussion. Let me introduce my first guest for the program is Professor Dr. Muhammad Abuzar Wajdi. He is Dean Faculty of Management Sciences and Administrative Sciences at the University of Karachi. Dear Professor Dr. Wajdi, Assalamu alaikum. Welcome in our program Islam and Community Counseling.
Wa alaikum assalam.
Our second guest for the program is another important personality. He is noted for his researches in applied sciences. He is director of Dr. A.Q. Khan Institute of Biotechnology and Genetic Engineering, commonly known as KIBG, and he is a well-known scholar throughout the world. I mean, Professor Dr. Abid Azhar. Assalamu alaikum, Professor Dr. Abid Azhar.
Wa alaikum assalam.
And we welcome you in our program, Islam and Community Counseling. Dear brothers and sisters, I believe that respect is foundation for the relationship, for everything. Anybody who works for the institution, obviously he would need respectful culture for proper relationship. Anybody who goes even for the basic education, for schooling, he needs proper respect from teacher, and in response, teacher needs proper respect for them. And it is reciprocal. Whosoever may be, either he is small kid or the senior citizen of the country, all of them, they would need respect. That's why Quran has identified cultural norms and respectful relationship and respectful life. That's why we say that Quran is a complete code of life or conduct of life. That's why we want to see a respectful community based on different norms. And what are these norms and what is concept of respect in religion? We would be discussing, but let's see how a social scientist sees the term of respect. Dr. Abuzar Wajdi, being a social scientist and you are a senior professor, meritorious professor, and obviously you've been teaching political science, you've been teaching human resource management and other important subjects of social sciences. How do you see, if just for example, if there is no respect in the community, what would be the nature of the community?
First, I would appreciate to ARY, QTV for selecting a very important and burning topic, respect for all. Yes, respect itself, it seems to be a very small word. And oftenly I say that there are many terminologies which seems to be very small, but when you go for meaning, so this is very hard to define it also. So respect, one cannot escape only by saying that respect means to regard someone. There are many aspects of the respect. We can define it in various ways. Means respect, we can say that this is to honor others, this is honoring, this is valuing, this is to value others, this is encouraging, this is motivating, and this is exhilarating for others. Because respect is not that we only to regard others. Yes, by respecting others enables to motivate. We motivate others by respecting them. So, respect has become a very important and cardinal factor in every society, in every community. Respect is not that this is a very specific, this is a narrow, but this is a very broader. This starts from your family life and ends to your with the end of your life.
Yeah.
And what I see, that respect, this is a behavior, and it is found in everyone. What the nature of man want most, what they desire most. They desire most that one to respect others, and he expect that he to be respected by others.
Exactly, and respect would create a beautiful society, and based on reciprocal relationship between people. So, Professor Dr. Abid Azhar, obviously you're a scientist and you have seen so many countries in your life. How do you see the term of respect being a scientist or being a part of community?
Well, first of all, I think I'm out of place in this community of two eminent social scientists.
You're more than welcome. More than welcome.
However, being a member of the community, as a student of society, I have certain concepts about the social values that we have in the society. And when we say society, we start from an individual,
Yeah.
which is the unit of the society. Then there is a slightly larger unit, which is the family. Then we talk of a particular community. Then there is an intercommunal relationship. Then there is international relationships and relationship between different religions and different believers and non-believers, and a community as a large.
Yeah.
When we talk of humanity.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the respect we are talking about is probably not only what we see per se as the term of respect, but we talk of the respect for humanity, respect for individuals, respect for human rights, respect for everybody's right to believe whatever he or she wants to believe in.
Yeah. Very true.
We have to have a tolerant society in which you respect the beliefs of everybody, every individual, and every person, every community, every religion, every sub-religion or sect, whatever it is. So nobody has a right to impose a particular kind of philosophy, a particular kind of thought on others. I may or may not practice a particular aspect of a religion, or you may not respect that, or you may not follow that particular kind of religion that I like to follow, or I don't like to follow. But we do respect each other.
Yeah, you mean that the main aspect of relationship between human being is respect.
And,
You-
and
you-
at the realization
Yeah.
of your right to respect others,
Yeah.
and you respect my rights as well.
Exactly. So, as Dr. Abid Azhar mentioned about right, how about the duties? Is it mandatory to respect others, or just it is a sort of volunteership? Either you respect or not, but everything is okay. So, what is most important? Should we consider it is mandatory?
You see, there are many things which depends on your morality, on your ethics. Yes, what you think right, you do that, and what you think wrong, you avoid it. So respect is the right thing, and we all do the respect from ethical uh, requirement. So, means as you are saying that this is a mandatory. Of course, this is a mandatory, and uh, in the traditionally, this was very much mandatory. But now the level of the respect, this is now going down, maybe due to so many reasons, due to materialistic life.
You think materialistic life has destroyed our social setup, our spiritual setup,
Yeah,
our human relationship, or it has broken even our family relationship?
of course.
Say one has made $1 million, so now he doesn't want to have relationship with the poor relatives, and this would create again sort of problems in this community, in the society. He would be having his own class, his own category. He would be moving among them rather than having his relationship to his real or genuine blood relationship. So it has created some
You
problems. You
see,
think so?
I would add one thing that credibility that always comes from respect.
Exactly.
If you want to maintain your credibility, it means that you to respect others, and you also think that you to be respected because you want to maintain your credibility. Uh, Credibility is not only for the older people, this is also for the younger, and the parent that plays very important role, because parent they teach, they nourish their children from beginning, that how they to respect their brothers, fathers, mothers, and if the family that teaches properly respect from the beginning to their children, so you will see, and the experience that says that this family always observes the sense of the high respect among their family members.
Exactly. And Dr. Abid Azhar, how would you see uh, the contemporary society? Obviously, uh, now we are becoming seniors and our juniors are emerging. So, you think that our seniors have transformed respectful norms or respectful messages to our emerging generation, or what to be done, or what is missing from our society? How do you see today's
Before
society?
I come to your question, I think Professor Vajdi has brought up a very important point of morality and ethics in the society.
Yeah.
And what is right and what is wrong. And one of the aspect of right, whatever he wanted to say, is the respect. Now, this right and wrong, concept of right and wrong, is a very subjective thing. What is right in one society or within a society may be not right for the others.
Exactly, and what is right and what is wrong? We would be continuing with our same question and conversation, but have to go for a short break. Dear brothers and sisters, we are going for a short break, but I would request you to kindly stay with us. We are coming back soon. Dear viewers, welcome back in our program Islam and Community Counseling, and today we are discussing about respect for all. Obviously, respect is a most important element for the society, and our eminent personality, Professor Dr. Ahmed Qadri, was discussing before break regarding right and wrong with reference to respect. Please continue.
Right. What I was trying to say was that there are certain rights which are universal. Right means correctness, which are accepted by every religion, every society. Like, no society would teach to rape. No society would teach to torture somebody. No society would teach or encourage to take bribes or give bribes.
Yeah.
These kind of things, including the respect for human rights and everything.
And these are
components of
and these are sins in religion, in Islam.
every religion.
Yeah.
Not only Islam.
Yeah.
Every religion, every society,
Yeah.
even those who are non-believers, would never say that you do these kind of things.
They would
So
not
they are-
accept.
they are
They would not tolerate.
They are not.
They would not tolerate.
They are no
Yeah.
in every society.
Yeah.
So these are universal things which are supposed to be wrong, and then there are certain things that the people do, and
Yeah.
they want you to speak truth. Nobody would say that you should be a liar. No religion or non-religion society, non-religious society would
Yeah.
encourage to lie in the society, and no religion would allow you to torture anybody.
Yeah.
No religion or not religious society, every society has certain established practices that includes the respect for elders, respect for individuals, respect for communities. And the question that you had asked me before then, that whether we have been successful in transforming or transferring the respect that we had learned from our elders to our youngers. I think it's not only individual responsibility, but it is a responsibility of the community at large, that
Yeah.
you try to inculcate in the younger generation the respect for every individual, and that is done by showing respect towards them. It's not that I would demand respect from the youngers. They would respect me only if I respect them.
Exactly. Exactly.
Whether they are very young, whether they are very close to my age, or
From
elder
both
than-
sides.
From both sides.
So being a professor, you've been teaching for a long time. Do you think that today's student does not pay proper respect to teachers? You think so?
I
So
would not say
this
that.
is
I would not say that. You see, when we talk of respect, there has to be a line drawn, maybe a very fine line, between the respect and asking the question.
yeah.
Probably in our culture, we are not used to asking questions. We do not encourage our elders. When they say something, we take it as a sermon, and we do not want to question that. But nowadays, the younger generation is more informed, probably what I was age,
Because of modern techniques.
because of the technology.
Modern
that they have.
techniques are most important. You think, Dr. Wajdi, that today's modern inventions have destroyed our social setup, our social relationship? Because you're men, because you did your research regarding human relationship, and HR is your major subject you're teaching. You think today's inventions had destroyed morality or relationship?
I don't think that the modern technologies or invention or science this has destroyed the sense of respect. This depends on your culture. This depends on your mindset. You this time, even the children, the teenagers, they all have free access to internet and others. But that does not mean that they should not use and they should not sit on the TV program and others. But it depends that how you grow in your family, how you grow in your society. If you are committed towards not doing any bad thing, you will not do that. So what you like to ask, that if this kind of technologies and this kind of the electronic media, this has destroyed the younger. So I don't think so.
Exactly.
No?
Right now we have.
May I add something to
right
that?
now
Yes.
we have a call. Inshallah,
Okay.
we'll be continuing. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam.
Yes, welcome in our program. Please continue.
Walaikum assalam.
Say your name, please. Who is this?
My name is Faraz Ahmed, and I have a question
Okay.
because your program structure is based on community and culture,
Yeah.
and education is a part of our Pakistani culture.
Okay.
So I would like to ask a question to Dr. Waiji. How can we improve Pakistani education system with reference to Islam?
Okay. A beautiful question. We appreciate your question, please, Dr. Wajdi.
We can improve by inculcating the Islamic principles. Let our students to know the Islamic principles of the life, because you see what is happening in our education system. That most of our teachers, of course, we are also responsible that we don't inculcate our students. We don't pay much attention towards the ethical approach to our students. So if we are inculcating the ethical approach to our students and convincing them that what they to do the right things and what they to do avoid the bad things, so I don't think that the student will not abide by. Student, they always abide by the things if you do the things which is very right to them.
Dr. Abid, the same question is put before you.
Well, I think Dr.
Not
Vaidhi has
not only Pakistan.
yes.
I think
Dr. Vaidhi has put it in the right perspective that we have to really be role models for these students.
Fine.
You have to. The difficulty that you had put initially, that because of the innovations and technology, it has made us more answerable to the younger generation.
You think?
So-
We find that there is a gap between theory and practice. We see syllabus. Obviously, syllabus is there. Like medical ethics is taught. In law, we see professional ethics is there. Even in other courses or in programs, we see ethics and religious teachings. Everything is there. But what is missing? Missing is theory and practice. And what to be done for this? And how a teacher can create respectful manners among the students, among the community, because teacher is a main source of information. Through his character, through his perception and contribution, a big revolution can be seen throughout the world. How do you?
I think we'll have to differentiate between the level of teaching.
Okay.
You see, we are not talking of teaching at primary level, secondary level, higher secondary level, and the university level. And the roles are different at different levels.
Yeah.
At the primary school level, a primary teacher would be more interested in teaching them certain skills to write, to read, to understand, to start learning. Then at the secondary level, a little more skill is developed. And when they get to the university level where you and I am teaching, or we are teaching, the role is slightly different.
Yeah.
Here the source is not only the teacher. We are only kind of facilitators. So we are not providing them the knowledge, we are sharing the knowledge with them, and the student himself or herself is mature enough to extract the information from the sources that are available.
You think?
And there is a gap. I mean, I agree with that there is a gap, and that gap is widening because of the speed of the knowledge that
Yeah.
it is coming into the society or in various disciplines. So it is very difficult for us older people, as we are now, to really meet the challenges of today. And the student is sometimes more knowledgeable than what I am. And that puts us in a very difficult situation, because I have not been able to cope up with the knowledge that the student is coming up, and that is where the gap is. Not in the practice of myself, but because I am not keeping myself updated, I am not studying enough. The student is more smart.
So this is dishonesty. Sometimes,
I'm not saying it's dishonesty.
If I'm saying,
what I'm saying is that the younger generation has got a knowledge base which is much wider than we had. So
Exactly.
they are in a better position to understand things than you and I are.
exactly.
You see,
But
I do.
what I
I do
understand.
agree with Dr. Abid Azhar Sahab, what he said, that the level of teaching is very different. Higher educations, your secondary educations, your primary, and ethical educations, mainly this is to be given at the primary so that we could change the thinking of our younger from beginning. So as they would grow, they would be more durable and they would be more strong and they would be more committed in respecting to their family members, to their neighbors, to their teachers. You see, I would also extend the boundary of the respect for all. Uh, take take this example that we may have a good relations or we may not have a good relation with our neighbors, but we also respect our neighbors. Why don't you start your TV with a high volume? You don't do that. That we don't want to harm the others. This is also a sort of respecting to our neighbors. Another thing that you see in the working environment, now I am coming, that this respect is not only with your private life, with your domestic life, but this is also with your formal life. You you come in the organizations. You don't come organization or you don't join organization only for your economic compensations or only to get your salaries. You may get very good working condition, but if you are not respected by your boss, you will not be satisfied with the work.
That's why I wanted
And you will not get the model of the quality work life.
That's why I wanted to add up one thing, that once, if you're not getting proper respect from your community, from your work culture, from your friends, from your colleagues, even from your family members, youngsters, anyone whosoever may be, it would obviously create psychological problems for your personality and for your perception. You may be having so many things in your mind to bring a change in the society or within the parameter of your own situation, whatever it is, but you're failed because the other people, the other person, or the people who are on the receiving end, they don't understand what you want to convey to them. Our youngsters, they are waiting to have something from our seniors, and a gap can be seen between teachers and students. Gap can be seen between parents and our youngsters, their children, and it is obvious, it is visible. Whatever I have seen, you might have observed this. So how, being a Muslim, Islam teaches about such relationship, and how could you get rid of this problem? Islam says that respect is compulsory for you, or pay proper respect to everybody. That's why Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and his family, Ahl Bayt, they used to teach to their kids to be respectful to everybody whosoever is in your city or in your neighborhood. That's why they used to say Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh without knowing who is this. The same is with the Islamic culture, and same is happening in non-Muslim countries and non-Muslim cultures. They always say hi, hello, because they conceive or they take it a part of their lives that if I smile and say hi, how are you? So this would create interaction between between unknown and unknown. Then it would create relationship between informal relationship, you and me or everybody who say smile. So smiling face in Islam is most important. That's why Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam says that smiling is a charity, and obviously it is. So we are going for a short break, and inshallah we'll be continuing with our conversation. So our viewers, I believe you would be enjoying today's discussion. Please stay with us. We are coming back soon. Dear brothers and sisters, welcome back in our program Islam and Community Counseling, and today we are discussing about respect for all. why respect is so important for us, and we were discussing about some facts. But going for such discussion, again, we have a call from, yes please, Assalamu alaikum.
Salam.
Ji, yes, yes please, Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam. This is Amina from Lahore. I have a question for you.
Okay, welcome.
I wanna ask that our education is improving day by day, but why students don't respect their teachers? If teachers are, to be frank, our teachers frank behave, so that's why students not giving respect to their teachers what they deserve. And secondly, I wanna ask why respect is so important for us.
Okay, thank you very much, Sister Amina. And these are two important questions. Let me place this question to our panelists today. Why?
First of all, I would not entirely agree with the notation that she said that students are not paying respect to the teachers. There may be a few students who are not paying respect to the teachers. By and large, the students are very respectful to the teachers. Now, those who do not pay respect to the teachers, there can be many reasons for that.
Okay.
Sometimes we are to be blamed too, that probably we don't deserve that. We are not doing justice to our profession. And that is why we are not earning the respect that we should earn from the students. On the other hand, there can be one or two rocks or one or two ill-minded people in the community on both sides, from the students or the teachers, who are influencing this relationship. Otherwise, I would not agree with that not every student is not paying respect to the teachers.
It's true.
If you are doing your job professionally, if you are satisfying the students, they will pay a respect.
Exactly, and this is most important for a teacher, that he should not appear before students without proper studies, without proper research,
And
because it is a part of our profession. And again, this is honesty. If you go to the classroom without having your knowledge, how would you transform knowledge to our students? And students are the best judges. They
That is
know what we are doing there. If we are passing our time, just wasting our time or their time, they would notice. They would not say because of marks or because of numbers, but they know what teacher is doing with them and how teacher is playing with their emotions. So,
if you allow me to add to that,
please.
they are best judges
Yeah.
after the examinations.
Yeah.
Then they'll judge you that what you have been doing in your class.
Exactly, yeah.
And they'll honestly judge you on the basis of your performance. They may be very happy at the time of the class that you have given them good marks, but at the end of the day, they would realize that you have been not honest to your profession, you are not communicating with them, you are not preparing your lectures, you are not studying enough. But after that, they'll say that this guy was not, or this lady was not honest to the profession.
exactly.
And
Dr. Wajdi, please.
I also disagree that what she said, that students, they do not pay the respect to the teachers. Now, this is my own 35 years experience of teaching. I am always respected by my students. I think that if the teachers appears as a role model, and if it can convince to their students that they are very much committed to their teaching profession, as Dr. Abid has said, commitment to your time, commitment to your work, commitment to your teaching, commitment to your knowledge, commitment to your academic excellence. And if you can convince, and if you appears as an act of impressive to your students, so there is no reason that students do not respect. You see, whenever I have my class, if at 8:30 and I reach at 8:30 morning, I find that 90% students, they come. But if I am late by 15 minutes, the student will late 30 minutes. So it depends on the behavior and attitudes of the teachers too.
Okay, now coming out from the scenario of teaching to general relationship, Dr. Abid Azhar, how do you see your family members? Your son is there and he asks about money, and he is going for just this is this is situation, not really. I believe you would not mind it, and he would say, "Okay, Father, I need 1,000 rupees or a few dollars to watch movie," and without asking what kind of movie is that, would you pay him? Would you give him money, or just you would allow him, or what kind of son would you like to see?
Well, in the hypothetical situation, I would love to see my son being mature enough to decide on his own at a particular age that what is right and what is wrong in the community that he lives in.
Yeah.
And I should not be required to ask him that what kind of movie are you going to watch? What are you going to do with this 1,000 rupees of the dollars that I'm paying you?
Yeah.
But he should be mature enough through the learning process that he has gone through
Yeah.
to mature enough to decide between the two things that we are talking about.
Okay, we would continue, but right now we have a call. Assalamu alaikum.
Hello, Assalamu alaikum, Dr. Qadri.
Yes, wa alaikum assalam.
Dr. Qadri, this is Sunabar from Karachi.
Yes, please. Welcome.
Dr. Qadri, it is a great pleasure listening to you and watching you on TV.
Okay, thank you very much.
Your show, no doubt, is a blessing for everyone. I have been a regular viewer of your show.
Thank
Not
you.
only this one, but also Islam in the Contemporary World.
Thank you very much.
That is an excellent show.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
I request you to please give us some information about respectful relationship between a Muslim and followers of other religions.
So, what do you need in that?
Please share some information with us.
Okay, so what kind of information do you need? Like some sort of philosophical information, or just only you want to place the question before our panelists, because we have some question from you. What kind of question do you have in your mind?
I want you to discuss it with your respectful guests,
Okay.
so that I can give I can take some information from all of
Okay,
you.
welcome. Thank you very much for your
Thank
call,
you very much.
and hopefully you would be attached with us. Thank you, Dr. Abid Azhar and Dr. Wajdi, both of you, because you are the people who've been teaching for a long time, and you have association with the youngsters and the society, and you've been roaming around in the world for education and research. You have listened to the question or comments.
I'm
What do you say?
very happy to see this girl asking this question,
Yeah,
because we are living in a society which is predominantly a Muslim society.
yeah,
But she's concerned about our relationship with other people belonging to other religions.
Yeah.
And we did discuss in the very beginning that the respect that we think we earn or we want to earn from others would be based on the respect that you give to others.
yeah,
So every religion that you have in your surroundings, or even if you allow me to say that even if you have certain sects or sub-religions within the society, they must pay respect to the other religion,
Yeah,
other
very
sects,
true, very true.
and there should be a culture of tolerance between the two, or between many
Yeah.
believers
Very
of
true,
various
very true.
religions.
Yeah.
Or so everybody has his own relationship with Allah Ta'ala, and he or she is allowed to practice the way he or she wants to do it.
yeah,
It is between him and the God
Yeah.
Almighty Himself.
yeah.
It is not your duty to enforce a particular brand of religion on others.
Yeah, you mean like say I am Muslim, Alhamdulillah. So I should not consider anybody else that he is inferior to me, because I should
Definitely not.
I should be a role model for others by my character, by my behavior, so that the other person would recognize that, oh, this guy or this man is from Muslim community and he is a role model. So being a role model, what is the role of respect for such
You see,
society?
what I see, that human element is very important in respect. It plays very important role. And human element, this is in every religion. In every religion, there are human beings. And what she has asked, my very simple answer, that there is no discrimination in respect.
Yeah.
In terms of religion, in terms of your caste, in terms of your creed. We should not discriminate. We should not act as a discriminatory act. particularly for in terms of respecting to others. So everyone are equal as a human being, whether he is Muslim or one is Muslim or one is non-Muslim, Christians, whatever their religion is, we should respect to everyone. The level of respecting is to be treated equally. Secondly, what I see that earlier she has raised the question that why the respect is so important. I think that from respect you get your identity, you get your self-esteem, you get your value, you get your recognition, you maintain your human dignity. So if you want to maintain all these things, so I think that the respect, this plays a very significant role. Because if you get your identity, you are respected by others.
So you mean
if you get your recognitions, why you want to get at the workplace, why you want to get your recognitions in the societies, in your families, because you want to get the respect. You want to get the respect. That's why you make your all endeavors for getting your identity, for getting your because you want to go ahead.
So that's
And
so the entire setup for the respect is that first I will have to realize myself that being a part of the society, I should respect others. Then I must expect that in response to my
of course,
action, I would be respected by others. Because it has been mostly observed that most of the people, they say, oh, I went to such and such place and they did not pay proper respect to me. I expect that people should respect me. They should stand up and say, oh, assalamu alaikum, hello, this and this. But while there is a question to pay respect to others, I would consider myself, oh, I have this grade, I am this kind of officer, I have these resources in the society. So the resourceful person maybe having so many things in his life, but once if he is missing respect from his life, he is missing everything. This is my belief, and I'm committed to say that respect is most important phenomena. That's why Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam taught to human being, be respectful, not to only Muslims, also with non-Muslims.
and
Pay
even if you
respect
see
to
the
everybody.
Charter of Medina,
Charter of Medina
this is one of the sacred documents, and which enunciates all kind of the respects to Muslims, non-Muslims.
Exactly.
Sulh Hudbiyah, this all are the examples.
It was our wish to continue our discussion because it's most important, but have to say some words following convention that I really appreciate on behalf of QTV for today's program that you spared your time, both of you, Professor Dr. Muzar Wajdi and Professor Dr. Abid Azhar, that you have spared your time here and you really contributed very important points for our viewers. Thank you very much, and our brothers and sisters, obviously, I'm thankful to you because you are the people who would promote this message in the world. Why respect is so important? Quran says that respect is for the humanity. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created the entire universe. What for? For respect. For a proper important element. And what is that? That is human relationship. This human relationship cannot be ignored. We are here to pay respect to our teachers, parents, and everybody. But most important respect is for Quran, for the Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created us and sent us down to create community based on respect. If respect is there, obviously our religion of Islam would be loved by others because respect creates character, and character building is most important not only in Islamic teachings, also in other teachings or revealing books. Let's try to see how can we do or contribute in the world. For this, we have to make a very strong promise with ourselves that we would be respectful to everybody. Then in response, we would expect that people would recognize us even after our departure from this world. May Allah bless all of you. Thank you very much again. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Allah Hafiz and good night.